Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's game of Dice and Dynamics. This is the second half of a sort of side campaign to fill in the time until our mega 7 hour session, which is, by the way, in 8 days on July 3rd, 2021. We will be finishing up Tomb of Annihilation.
Time will be starting, fish.
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you can find out more in our Discord. Your friends, tell your coworkers, maybe don't tell your parents or people you want to maintain a decent relationship with in your family. Um sure do tell people.
That works.
As we left off, we took a look at our B party, which of Peter, a tiefling, Ellie, a grandmother,
Oh,
Kerbal, a turtle grandpa, and they had been hired by the Port Nyanzaru Queen Missionary to investigate why her prized cleric went missing. Well, a brief investigation, and it turns out he had been kidnapped by the Flaming Fist, then freed by a group of visiting elves, then taken prisoner by said elves, who had sedated him and left him recover overnight. The party is currently in various spots around the ship in the morning after having sort of recovered and touched base with the elves there, who consist of Neris, the patriarch of the family, um, Iniala, who is the matriarch, so to speak, and two half elf twins by the name of Aoife and Rasheen. Also, along with them is Shago. Hey, Shago.
shit. Wait, I knew that. Why say oh shit?
The morning of, the party is awoken to very small scents of spice and other cooking things. It seems that whatever the elves are cooking now, it's the thin, probably chicken based broth that is being watered down and contains very little, if any, substance. This is a little bit different than what everyone has been rationed out to in Port Nyanzaru, as even though there's a food shortage, there's plenty of spices to go around. They probably didn't salt it. Peter, you are currently up deck, and we will get to you last. But for now, let us focus and look on Kurbal, Araceli, and Evan. Evan, you have just woken up. You are groggy and a little unsure of your surroundings as you've just recovered from a sedative and you have reconnected with the others. Had an exciting few days.
So, would he know how long he's been on the ship? Or has it literally just been a few days?
He's been on the ship for about a day and a half. You have been missing for roughly 5-ish days, and
Hmm.
half of that was in a Flaming Fist patrol, and the other half has been with a weird family.
Totally not a cult. He's just kind of sitting there. Someone who just got up from like heaviest nap, doesn't know what day it is, doesn't know how long it's been. He's still recovering as he's waking up. And he's. So, remind me, what are you two doing here?
We're just helping out.
I was
Uh,
told there was gonna be some gold.
Helping out for gold? That sounds pretty accurate.
Mm. So, Evan, I've actually been hearing a lot about you. How have things been? there aren't many clerics in Fort Nyansaru, or none.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Yes, exactly. Would you like some tea, by the way? I made some this morning, but
Sure, that'd be great.
there you
How
go.
long have you guys been looking around? Did you tell the princess she was hot? Please tell me you told the princess she was hot.
Yes, I did. I also offered to introduce her to my daughter, but she said no.
Yeah, she's caught up over some tight ass from Neverwinter. I don't know that much about her.
I feel like everyone goes through a phase where they're just really into foreigners. I've seen it many times.
I need to go to Neverwinter.
My point.
I mean, it's pretty warm there. You're a turtle. I think you do pretty good.
Man, probably.
Oh, what are your names? I don't ever think I actually asked for your names.
Oh, it's Araceli, dear. Or some people just call me Ari, but others call me grandmother. It's all up to you.
I'm Furball.
Arcella. Hi, Crewball. Nice to meet you.
They just call me old.
Evan looks him over. Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Please, Gribble, you don't look like a year over what century? 2 centuries?
Probably too.
Yeah, I've
You
lost
look
track.
pretty good for 200 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, they haven't killed me yet.
I would die for Crewball. Evan
So-
slowly sips his tea.
It's blueberry.
He slowly hands the tea back. Thanks.
Wow.
Blueberry's not my favorite, though.
Oh, my bad. What would you prefer then?
I don't know. What do you manage to get around here?
She like pulls out like a pack on her side and rolls it out, and it's like a tea shop of like different tins, all with like different names, all written in Chalton. We have herbal, we have Earl Grey, we have uh apple. That's very popular among the younger folks. Plain old black tea, green tea. And she continues on for a while like that.
Got any raspberry green tea?
I don't have that combo, but I can make that real fast. And she picks up like the raspberry and green and starts putting something together for you.
And we
Snazzy.
look above deck as hanging over the railing are the two twins, Aoife and Roisin. They have invited Peter to look at something they found interesting with them.
He will do so.
Sort of framing him on opposite, kind of flanking him like his own guard. The two girls say, "Hey, Peter,
Yes.
is that a zombie?" And about 20 feet away from the boat, kind of lingering near the rope that is keeping the small schooner, the boat secured, is indeed an undead body.
Does it appear to be moving or anything like that?
It is. It is kind of toying with the rope.
Yes, of course. Hello, good sir. And Peter will wave at the zombie.
The zombie doesn't react, and one of the girls will go, "Can you talk to them?"
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Many and undead are good friends of mine.
You can be friends with them? Are they like vampires?
I do not know what a vampire is that you speak of. Not familiar.
So, a vampire is. Well, okay. Everyone argues, but I read this great book that talks about how vampires are made, and it said that vampires come from making a deal. Like if you're a really bad guy, or if you're in like the shadows too long, like if you stay out too dark for too long, you become a vampire, and they suck blood and they're dead, but they're not. Are
That sounds ridiculous. Do
but
they
they're not.
sparkle as well?
I was waiting for you to do that, you fuck.
God bless.
So good.
No, I've never seen one. Our dad has seen one though. He said that he had to kill it, but probably lying because they said that vampires can't be killed.
That is foolish. Anything can be killed. If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Do you bleed?
Yes.
Is your blood black? And then you hear one of the twins go, "You can't ask that. That's rude."
I do not think so.
But how do you not know?
Well, when in combat, I am generally assisted with having a magical healer. I oftentimes don't even get to see my own blood that is shed in battle.
Uh It's hard to describe what they're feeling, especially for you, Peter. Um, but they kind of like pull in on themselves, kind of like turtling up as they look at him with a mixed expression of what might be joy, what might be terror. It's hard to pin.
He smiles.
They will duck away and go below deck, which is where we will go down with the other three. How are you all doing?
Evan is enjoying the tea and then he pauses. Peter's making decisions. And then he goes back to sipping his tea.
So make sure to hang on. I might do another one that's a little bit more robust, better for if you feel like you need a bit of a pick-me-up during a fight, Starling. Or right before a fight, preferably.
Well, shit, you're holding out on me?
Some tea is better for specific times.
Fair enough, fair enough. He continues to take a sip.
She's
How long has he been left unattended?
how long has it been?
Like 10 hours, 13 hours.
No, he was already up there when I fell asleep. Well, when I woke up.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. He should be fine. But we should probably find a way to get up as soon as possible. You know, probably not a good idea to stand super fast right now, but we should go upstairs at some point.
Very good plan.
Curveball.
Yeah.
mind if I use your shell for stability?
Sure.
He puts his hand on Crewball and uses him as a little bit of leverage to stand up. He kind of sways for a moment and then holds up his hand. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I didn't even do anything. Damn.
Hangover.
All right. Shall we go upstairs? In case that wasn't. Shall we go upstairs?
Yes.
Sure.
As you're all sort of gearing up to get up, you hear a voice from the other side of the cargo hold, Shago, and he'll say, kind of pop around a crate and say, "Is the Shago needed above deck?"
Jeez. Oh, God.
Hi, Evan.
Hi, Shago. How... I don't know. I haven't been up on deck. I haven't seen what the boat completely looks like for about a day. Could not tell you. Do you guys have any idea what upper deck looks like?
It was nighttime when we came in. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
Don't know. Do you want to accompany us, or are you fine doing whatever it is you're doing down here?
Now the Shago's just gonna keep doing inventory. Just yell the Shago's name very loud, and the Shago will be there in seconds.
They continue heading upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In the last 2 minutes that you had been fully left alone on the deck, the crowd of zombies, well, had become a crowd as more had gathered to inspect the constantly twanging, constantly moving rope connecting the ship to the tree. And as all of you make it above, and you kind of poke your heads up, fully get your bearings, a ship, a ship's shadow sort of bears out and completely sort of shelters everybody from the overbearing sun for a blissful few seconds. A passenger ship starts to by at a very slow, lazy pace.
Crewball's gonna wave if anybody's on deck.
All right.
Araceli kinda gives me, like, a
Araceli
squint.
and
Yeah, Araceli's just sort of gonna keep an eye on it, see how close it gets, see what flag it's flying.
Peter?
Peter is staring at the group of
Uh,
zombies, and you can hear Peter saying, "Oh, hello there! Oh, another one. Do you all come here often?" And he's sort of just leaning against the railing, speaking with the crowd of zombies who are presumably not responding to him.
Evan is going to stare at the boat for a couple minutes and then turn and walk over to Peter Peter, what are you? Holy shit.
Nice guys.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Araceli and Crewball. The ship appears to be mostly carrying boxes and crates of objects, and there are several flags hung up on the flagpoles and the masts. it seems to be every flag there could be, including several landlocked nations. The ship is definitely not taking its chances at offending anybody. However, hanging off of a railing, the only two people to sort of be looking out is an elderly Chilton woman that Araceli you more than recognize, and a very tall, slim golden dragonborn who is waving with both hands.
Do I know the name of the woman?
Yes, Xanthi.
Ooh. Araceli will wave back emphatically. Will sort of call, sort of cupping her hands around her mouth and say, "Hello there."
The older woman, Xanthi, will lean forward and almost very indignantly cup her hand to her ear, then remember herself and give a polite, refined smile as the ship continues to drag on towards port.
I didn't really know she was out.
At least someone waved to me. That was important.
Yes, I'm very happy for you.
The crowd of zombies disperse from the rope and follow the ship's trailing shadow, having clearly misunderstood Plato's cave theory.
Gonna look that one up.
Yeah, the allegory of the cave.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, well, there they go. Wave goodbye, Peter.
Don't think I will. I expect we'll see them again,
Or at least versions of them.
most likely.
You think something's going to happen to them?
Well, they're undead. So one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to go into the water and get waterlogged, or they're going to get destroyed by somebody else. All else failing, they'll survive.
Yes. Sorry, I misunderstood for a moment. I thought you were talking about Xanthi and her companion.
That would have been quite
Oh, no.
embarrassing. I was about to describe them slowly joining together and becoming a massive zombie rat king.
Impressive. Have you
Very
seen that
creative.
before?
No, but I do believe it could happen. With a group of zombies as friendly as those gentlemen, they seemed quite endeared to one another.
Fair enough.
I always wonder who would even volunteer to be the arms or the legs in those scenarios, I'll be honest with you.
Imagine you pick straws.
Do zombies draw straws?
Youngest zombie first?
In any case, do you guys have idea whether or not these guys would secure us passage back to Port Nyanzaru?
I believe they said they were headed there anyways.
Oh, okay. Cool. Lovely.
Night, Dad.
Good night, Father.
Good tomorrow.
Good morrow.
Father. How do you do this fine eve, Father?
Paternal figure.
All right.
Papa Fish.
Yes.
Oh. No. Sorry, I was still thinking of your dad. We were calling him different words
Papa.
for the name Dad. Yes.
Paternal figure.
All right.
Father.
Did we
Father.
What are you guys doing?
We're gonna stay on the boat.
And head back towards Port Nyanzaro.
Okay. Just wait for. Right. So a few, unless you guys confront them, in which case, what are you guys doing for the next 2 hours? Unless you go and talk to the crew first.
Mm,
The only thing I can think, Evan would ask why on earth they sedated him, and probably a few other questions.
So you
So he will go and find them.
you can talk to Neris or Enioli or perhaps even the two girls. Neris is the definitely in over his head father and leader of the crew, and Eniolus is the more distant but definitely nicer of the pairing.
Cool. He'd go talk to Anoli.
Right. Finding Eniolus is a little bit more difficult. She seems to be moving around the ship with a uh, distinct familiarity, able to navigate around, get her bearings, adjust to things, etc., etc. She is definitely preparing to try and one man the bottom levels during sea travel, and she'll stop in the middle of things to go, "Hi, Evan. I am so sorry. Do you need water? Do you need anything to recover? Have you been able to sleep well?"
Uh, I wouldn't put sleep as what I've been doing. Call it a mild coma. Why did you guys sedate me because I wasn't that bad a shape?
Her face will flutter through a range of emotions, and she'll say, "In being honest with you, Evan, we sedated you because my bonded mate was in over his head and was worried about you interactions with us. He's very protective. Your tattoos are alarming." And he was worried that you
Oh,
might be some sort of vagrant or no do gooder or rake or solicitous sinner of some kind.
he looks at his marked hands and arms and his bracers. Well, not anymore. Yeah, that was a joke. You can laugh.
Oh.
I'm decent now, I swear.
Now?
I've been trying to be decent for the past 3 years. Yeah, 3 years.
And how old are you?
Ah, shit. Uh, that's actually a really good question.
Okay.
I'm in my 20s. I know that much.
Okay. So you've been trying to be good for 6% of your life?
That's a good estimate. Yeah.
Okay. She will briefly make a sign across her whole body that you can very easily tell is some way to ward off evil spirits or influence, and she will leave.
Evan, I was unaware at one time you were a gardening implement.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Goddamn,
Yeah.
Jason.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was a bit of a tool.
It's not what I thought of. But sure, let's go with that.
I
It
will
was
not-
it was the rape.
I will not ask any further questions. I will leave it alone.
Evan is very clearly trying very hard not to laugh, but he does the Damn it, Peter. That was a good one. That got me. All right. How you been faring since my miraculous disappearance?
Though the temperature of the queen has come under some suspicion, we should probably take a look at her health when we get back. She was very concerned about her temperature.
Yeah, she's always been concerned about her temperature. You know how royals can be with their health and whatnot.
Indeed.
I think she's concerned about how it would allow her to interact with, the elf lady and mouthy blonde.
When you say elf lady, is it this elf lady, the one to which you were just speaking?
No, it's a different elf lady.
I am confused.
Honestly, completely understandable. I don't know if there's that many elves here. Do the elves here also have red hair? Or do they have different colored hair?
The elves on this boat have dark hair, black and brown. The
Cool.
elves in Chult are number exactly 1, and that is a bartender.
Well, if it helps you keep track, if you ever see another elf around the queen and the elf has red hair, that's who I'm talking about.
I see.
Yeah. Still might be a little confusing until you see her, but hopefully you'll remember.
I will figure it out. It's certainly there is only one of them. Any more, it might get confusing.
Shit, dude. You meet any friends? Make any good friends on the way here? Undead
guess
and
my-
also not undead?
My new boyfriend, Shago.
From across the ship, you hear a yeah.
Dude. Cool. How did that come about?
You see, there were many inquiries being made into our relationship with you as my boyfriend. And I then found a common camaraderie with Shago and found that he was also a boyfriend.
I'm gonna kill these seniors. I'm gonna fucking commit gericide.
Love you.
Okay. I'm gonna commit first known case of a cleric committing gericide. Father Mateo's gonna be fucking pissed. Hey, that interesting. That's really interesting, Peter.
Yes.
Why were they asking if I was a boyfriend?
I
What
do-
exactly started that train of
I do not know. Perhaps in their culture, it is requisite to gender your friends. I found it strange, but I thought it might be inappropriate to correct them on their cultures.
Yeah. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, right?
What is a dog?
No,
Oh, that's right. Um,
he hasn't been a dog
shit.
before. Oh my god.
You know how the shit? How do I? You know the dinosaur races? How I've been to a couple of dinosaur races.
Yes.
Imagine like a Stegosaurus, but smaller, and covered in fur.
I see.
Fish, what do you? Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it until I can show you what a dog is. He like reaches out and gently pats Peter's chest. I'm glad you seem to have been having a good time.
I am glad that you are no longer having a bad time.
Well, now that I'm awake and back, he's like silent. Missed ya. I'm glad to see you again.
The same.
Araceli, you have unfortunately been cornered by two young twins. They are going, hey, you're in your 60s and we're 16. Did you know that we were born on a day that doesn't exist? It's called the leap year, and then there's a day that isn't there, and we were born on that. So technically, we're 4.
This raises a question. Is there such thing as a leap year in like the Chalton calendar?
There is not.
Araceli is nodding patiently. And says, well, that's very interesting. You and the Neverwinter people and their culture is sure interesting. Here, and she'll hand them both sweets. Or
We're not
Sword
from
Coast.
Neverwinter.
Yes, I remembered halfway through. My bad, my memory, you know.
We're also not from the Sword Coast.
Really? Where are you from then?
Where elves come from?
You don't know?
No, because, well, we don't really go out, and people don't really ask where we're from because we're all from the same place. So,
I don't believe all elves are from the
ways.
same place. I don't know much about the Sword Coast,
Mm.
but
Well, but it's not the Sword Coast. Because the Sword Coast is just the coast, right?
I'm honestly not sure.
Okay. Well, Ed sent us down here to ask you to ask your friend, can Krubal. Well, he didn't want to ask because he didn't want to seem offensive. Well, he wanted us to ask directly, but we didn't want to be rude because we thought it would be rude to ask if the turtle guy knew how to do ships. Um,
Mm.
can you ask him if he can help with the ship?
Of course, darlings. Crewball!
Hey.
Ah,
Oh.
Get up, you old fart.
mm,
I need help.
what?
I need help with the ship. That's your thing, right?
Mm. He like gets up and rubs his eyes and look around. This vessel. You know, I sailed one of these. It was the height of the Lantern era, and I had to get a bunch of boxes over, to the area, and I was getting, I had the guards coming at me, and I was trying to make sure I didn't get caught, so I had to like put it under the boat, if you know what I mean. And I can do that. When are we going?
She looks at the twins. Do you need him right now?
Said in an hour,
In an hour.
but he needs help with the rigging.
Your ears can't be that bad. That you didn't hear him.
Yeah. Dang, I was hoping to get more of a nap. All right. He starts heading up to the top.
Just think, you can tell him all
Right.
about your stories. Being a
Oh.
Lantanese smuggler or whatever it was.
True. No, I wasn't a smuggler. I was a person. Yeah. And he just walks away.
Person, yes. She kind of like rolls her eyes in like a friendly way at the children.
I have this distinct image in my mind that whenever Crewball takes a nap, he just like goes inside of his shell.
I keep imagining him like leaning back like onto the back of his shell, like like a tortoise stuck, and just sort of like rocking.
Yeah, pretty much.
On top of the deck, pacing with a strict and neurotic air about him is Neris. He is eating a decent hand-sized hard-boiled egg in his hand, just like that. Really weird. It's been deshelled, but it's still kind of weird. He's muttering to himself, and when you approach, he kind of turns on his heel and says, "Thank you, Screwball, Crewball,
Yeah, that's me.
Ball.
Yeah, what's up?
My little girls have asked you about your." He's gesturing with the egg.
Smuggling
We'll
days?
point to the sails.
Oh, sailing. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I used to sail all the time. I was great. I used to get asked to sail people and stuff. It was good. Could never get caught. Yeah, I used to sail all the time. Don't you?
No, I didn't take up sailing until just a month ago. I learned quickly. Anyways, I have never pulled into a port. I have only pulled out.
I'm sure he has.
No, clearly not. He's got twins.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, now I feel
But
comfortable.
that's all he's got. That's all he's got. He's only got twins.
Now
props
that you two
in.
have said that, I feel comfortable saying this. Well, it looks like you didn't pull out well enough. I'm just saying. Anyways, you need me to do the rigging?
Yes, please have the flags. He'll look up at the sails, ready to go for pulling into port. I am going to go inside and do things.
He's nodding his head while the guy's talking. Yeah, good luck.
And with a queasy, nauseous expression on his face, will kind of walk towards the captain's cabin. and you can very clearly hear Eniola say, "Oh, how was it, Neris? Oh, it went bad. You said what?"
He's not wrong. No.
It's going to take you a little bit, Crewball, to get the sails and everything in order. You have to pull these sails at a very shallow positioning so that you're able to keep the boat slow enough and maneuverable enough to safely pull in.
Yeah.
Especially given how busy the Port Nyanzaru dock is, with all of these ships having been dry docked, or, you know, nothing's
Okay.
moving.
Yeah.
I assume you're going to give yourself plenty of time to get it right.
Oh yeah. It's definitely not the same boat that he's smuggled with before, but it's enough that, he knows better that, he needs time to understand the boat to its glory.
All right. Well, giving yourself time to get these sails and everything adjusted, is there anything else that anybody wants to talk about before we make the trip back home?
Hmm.
How long is Peter's hair at this point? Has he cut it off?
No, so it would be longer, sort of probably like right around like ear length at this point.
Cool. Evan's gonna braid Peter's hair on their way back.
Aw.
All right.
Um,
Crewball, Naris is going to be assisting you with everything going up. He will offer to sort of go up onto the netting and keep an eye on from there, given his dexterity, mobility, and sort of things. But he's also more than comfortable taking up the wheel.
It's up to you. Do you have insurance? All right, you can steer. And he'll start slowly climbing up the rigging.
God bless.
All right, it's about an hour and a half before the ship pulls away from shore. The
Damn, I had a comment if you were going to say pulls out from shore. I had a comment ready.
um, the ship is now sailing. It's going to take a few hours before it makes into port, cutting what took a few days' travel into half an afternoon drive. Pretty soon, within just 2 hours, you'll be passing right past the passenger boat, which is crawling ever so slowly. And there are minimal interferences, except for a brief stint where the wind kind of viciously changes positioning and the atmosphere gets a little bit thick. Seems a storm is on its way, and I need Crewball to make me, I believe, just make me an intelligence check. The DC is low as you were being given help, or you know what I mean.
Yeah. 4.
Ooh.
He's
Uh-oh.
still laughing at his
Nice.
own joke about pulling out. He's in his own head.
Every so often, you just hear him laugh.
Exactly.
So what happens is, as the ship is sort of going along, Neris tried to ask you for help. It seems that he was having a difficult time regaining control after pulling out from the shore. And then we'll say a mistranslation happened from there, and Neris left the wheel to you in a fit of disgust.
So okay, so there's no one at the wheel essentially.
Yes.
Dang it.
Clearly he'll come back because he's not an idiot, but he did take a breather.
Okay. Is anyone on the top of the deck,
Uh,
or is everybody like underneath because of the pending storm? There's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. This is why I'm asking the question.
Araceli would be up front.
Yeah.
That's the
Go ahead.
Well, that was it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you said like some, and then there was a hard stop.
Like the wind.
Oh, okay. As the storm is picking up, or the pending storm is picking up and tossing the ship a little more, Peter is violently ill.
Oh no.
He's never been on a boat before.
Well, no, he would have had to get to Chult.
Mhm.
It's just not. It
The
probably
storm.
wasn't this violent, right?
Probably not. If no one anyone
is going
paying
to watch Peter
attention to-
Yarts.
is anyone paying attention to the crew ball right now, or are they all just doing their own thing?
Well, Evan's gonna watch Peter Yarts and think about how it was a really good decision to braid Peter's hair back in this instance.
True.
And then he's going to look up at where the steering wheel is. He's going to see that it's just crew ball up there, and he goes through a face journey, but he does not try to approach the steering wheel.
All right, so you're paying attention. All right, crew ball's gonna slowly climb his way down, and get into the and go and get the steering wheel and start, putting it together. Be like, God dang it, fucking baby bitch, and start steering the boat again.
Who was that for?
Huh?
Nothing. You're fine. Don't
Ow.
worry about it.
Maris is a little bitch.
You can't take a joke about pulling out and making twins. Anyways.
Not many people can.
Well, needs to grow a set and laugh. And Krubal starts steering the boat.
He truly is just grandpa.
It's 100% what he is.
Local turtle grandpa.
It has like all the great stories about smuggling.
The sun is choked out and swallowed by the only constant of Chult, its storms, and the rain and the wind picks up. The boat is small and has no. The elves manning it clearly did not take into effect the weight necessary to keep the ship stabilized. So as the wind, the waves, and everything kind of rolls into it, the ship just stops itself from barreling. It is a rocking and extreme ride. You can hear the girls all the way from the lower deck, like kind of yelping as they try to maintain their balance. In general, it's a horrible moment, and I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw as the ship once again tosses everybody.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh no! Not the grandmother.
oh my God, everybody's doing terrible on these rolls right now.
Waste them now.
Oh my God.
We are doing so bad.
All right.
Rip, rip, rip.
In what might possibly be one of the disastrous moments, more than half of the party swings overboard. Araceli
my
is the first
God.
to go, sort of going parallel with the deck and off of the side. The second before she hits water is very brief. The ship almost completely capsizing, but she does indeed fall into the water, as does who, in the middle of trying to cease his nausea, fails to keep a hold and finds himself in the water. And you just stop yourself, but you are prone and up against the railing.
Who stops themselves?
Evan,
Um,
you are able to keep yourself from slipping off. You have the control, the sort of maintaining on the steering wheel, but you do kind of your feet kind of catch themselves under you, and you slam the bottom of your chin against the wheel, and you take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
All right.
All right. You can hear commotion from down deck. It seems that the elves have kind of pieced together what they did wrong and are trying to uh, accompany it. And I need everyone. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
mhm.
Forget y'all need tokens on here. Okay, I need everyone to roll initiative. This isn't combat, this is just to maintain order. And
course I roll
please with
high.
advantage.
Of course, I roll high for something that has
Just
no
want me to roll
reason.
it with advantage for the +5.
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait. Can you even roll it at
No,
initiative?
you have to roll a dex check. It's frustrating.
Yes. So that is I rolled a natural 1, of course. So that is actually 8. I still go last. So
Okay. What did you get again, Peter?
8.
All right. The top of the turn order, Crewball, you are maintaining your position at the steering wheel, but 2 of your friends have gone overboard, and it looks like Evan has just stopped himself from going over as well.
Crewball is going to scream out, "Man overboard!" and just scream it as loud as he can. And he's going to look for loose rope and that he knows is, around the deck for situations like this. And he's going to grab it and look for who's the farthest away out of the two, to try to make it so they become the anchor so the other person can grab onto.
Okay. So right now, Araceli, having basically flown off of the ship, is the farthest away, probably 15 or so feet from the deck of the boat.
All right, he's
if you know
going
what I mean.
to he's going to try his best to throw it as hard as he can to her.
All right. Go ahead and give me an athletics check as you try to swing it up and toss it.
A non-natural 20.
A
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
dirty 20.
All right. Swinging up, you are more than adept at figuring out a way to manipulate the rope without needing a solid counterweight. And the rope basically hits Araceli in the face. And she'll be able to grab it and take control on her turn.
All right. And that's his turn for the moment.
All right.
Excuse me.
Evan, you are up against the railing of the ship prone. You have almost fallen off, and and Evan and Araceli have fallen off, however. That was bold. I apologize.
You're fine. Does he see the rope like go flying?
He most certainly does see the rope go overhead and towards Araceli. You
All
are
right.
on the ship.
I know. He's going to kind of just like brace himself against the railing of the ship, look out and see that Araceli and Peter are out in the ocean, and he's he's going to yell, "Swim towards it and grab it!" And he's going to. Can he take hold of the rope and try and hold action to pull?
Okay,
Or
so you want to use...
he wants to take hold of the rope and start to pull it once he sees that the two of them have held on.
Yeah, I think it's more than possible to hold your action for if the two of them hold the rope to pull up. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Araceli, in with your long, adventurous life, the situation may not be uncommon to you. There is a rope that is just inches away from you and very rough waters. Maybe 5-10-ish feet in front of you is Evan, and the ship is 15 feet away.
Peter?
Peter,
mean?
yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So Araceli is wearing chain shirts. Is that affecting anything?
What type of army is what type of armor is that?
Medium armor.
Uh Second.
Take your time.
So that would indeed be affecting it. However, I should have asked this obviously, but Araceli probably wouldn't be wearing medium armor in Chult weather.
Okay. Then I'll take the time and change that on my own time. It's cheaper to just do a different thing anyways. Okay. Coolio. Then so Araceli grabs the rope that was um thrown at her and will start like, making sure like everything is like still around her. She's not the best swimmer. And she'll like start pulling herself like over closer to Peter and basically like trying to keep her head above the water.
Okay. So while in water without a swimming speed, this is of course rough terrain. So it's going to take 20 of your movement to get to Peter.
Fine by me.
All
Yeah,
right.
she will head towards him and sort of like grab onto his like bicep area, kind of basically. She won't say anything, but that'll be her turn.
All right. On initiative count 10, something happens, but none of you are there to see it. Peter, you are being surrounded by water. Do you know how to swim?
I was actually about to bring both that up as well as the fact that you know who is wearing medium armor in this Cholden weather.
Oh boy.
One
It's
Peter.
you.
Yes, yeah, I established as much last time. So
Yeah.
okay.
So do you know how to swim?
I mean, I think he could grasp the concept, but I don't think he would be very good at it.
All right. So with the heavy salt water sort of constantly splashing you in your face, you're choking on it. I need you to make me an athletics check, or yeah, an athletics check at disadvantage to keep your head above water with the
Excellent.
weight of the armor bearing down on you.
7.
Mm.
All right. With a 7, you are unfortunately unable to keep your bearings, while the grasp of Araceli, who is a lot stronger than she seems, is keeping you away from slipping too far away. Uh, things are becoming rapidly unpleasant for you. What would you like to do?
Is the rope there? Or can I not see
The
it because I'm under?
You would have been able to see it before you went underwater, and due to Araceli's proximity towards you, if Peter is flailing around, he would be able to feel it.
Mm.
Okay, he's going to begin to hold his breath and try to find the rope.
I'm assuming you're just going to use your action to. Okay. You can
Well,
either use your action to hold your breath or find and grab the rope because you're sinking.
okay, yeah, I'll have him use his action to try to grab the rope for now, and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Does Araceli feel Peter grab it?
Well, she'd be able to see it happen. It takes a few seconds. There's a lot of flailing, trying to feel, but soon enough, we'll feel the seawater logged rope in his hand, and be able to take it.
Mhm. Uh, yeah, she'll call to the over the waves as best she can and say, "We're on it."
And that would make Evan start to pull.
It would. Evan, go ahead and make me an athletics check as you try to start pulling.
Oh boy. Your fingers, lads.
Believe in you.
13.
All right. A decent display of strength. You're fighting a lot of environments at the same time. Araceli and Peter's combined weight, along with their armor and various accoutrements, and not to mention the raging waters, which is only making things worse. But you tug them along. More importantly, you keep them from getting any further. They're about 5 feet closer to the ship. One more good solid tug, and they'll be right up against the hull and able to climb up.
Oh boy.
And start. Top of the turn order. Crew ball.
Crew ball will.
You-
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just going to recap.
Crew ball sees that that they're being pulled in, so he'll run over and grab the rope and help pull. So
Okay.
he'll do it as a help, so that way there's advantage.
Evan casts a very thankful glance in Crewball's direction.
So do you want to help Evan pull in the rope?
Yeah, instead of making it a separate roll, I want to make it so there is it's an advantaged roll for them.
All right. Okay. You were using your action for help. Awesome. Going over and leveraging your size, you're able to ease off a lot of the weight from Evan. He's able now to focus on the actual pulling them closer rather than maintaining his own balance on the ship.
Mhm. And that's his turn.
Sorry.
You're good.
Evan, what are you doing, my boy?
Oh boy. He is going to continue to pull. Give it that
Alright,
good old speed.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check at advantage.
Oh my god, you've got to be yanking my chain.
Can we use our inspiration pool here?
Can we use our inspiration here?
Someone in the chat
Uh,
want to give us inspiration?
If you guys really want to use your inspiration pool, that's cool with me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll see where see where it lands. See what.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I mean, once I tell you what happens, you're not rolling again. All right. While digging in your heels, you're able to keep Araceli and Peter from getting too far away as the waves are constantly battering against them, but you don't make any headway in pulling them closer to the boat. Is that your turn, Evan?
Yeah, that's his turn. He's getting frustrated. And he's pulling as hard as he can.
All right.
Good to know.
Araceli, what are you doing?
Aside from struggling, Araceli is going to keep her hands. She's going to attempt to like heave Peter up so he can take a breath.
All right. One second.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead and make me an athletics check as you sort of have to, again, navigate both the waters and Peter's overwhelming size and weight.
All right, can do. Fucking Christ!
No, this is good. We're getting him out of the way for next week.
Yeah, we're going to absolutely just kill a Serac, like straight up one shot kill. But
In
these are just
a display that is contrary to your healthy, violent career, you bring Peter up just enough for him to kind of expel some water, and then he leaving the tips of his horns to kind of crest over and get washed.
I'm getting too old for this. She will continue to try to help him because she can't really take her hands off the rope to try to pull herself forward either. But yep, she'll just yell, "Pull harder!"
I'm trying.
Right. On initiative count 10, Shago will push up the kind of hatch that keeps the decks separated and to pull himself up, beelining for the rope and taking position just a little in front of Evan, not caring at all about their proximity to each other. His back is pressed against Evan's. Like, it's a really awkward situation. He's got his elbow in Evan's gut. He's taking control of the situation. And something happens.
Oh boy.
Hate when that's said.
Yeah, it never gets better.
Peter, you are what some could believe in as struggling for air, beginning to descend into the deep blue, etc., etc.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I just had a wait. Oh, actually, hold on.
Galaxy brain.
This might be stupid.
It is Peter.
Hold on. I gotta look this up.
Mhm.
Okay, no, that would not work. Okay, he's going to go ahead and try to get his head above water while still maintaining his grip on the rope.
Right. With your grip on the rope, pulling yourself up head above water will be much easier, as this time you're not trying to find purchase, just trying to basically do a pull up. And I need you to make me an athletics check, just normal.
14.
There you go.
All right. With a 14, you're able to pull up and sort of rest your chin on the rope, keeping yourself above water. You're washed with waves, but not to an extent that you're disoriented or unable to help yourself. You are no longer submerged. Awesome.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yay.
God bless.
All right. Top of
Balance.
the turn order. Krubal, what are you doing? What's your
Krubal,
passive perception?
mine?
Yes.
It's a +1, so an 11.
Okay, and Evans?
My perception?
Yeah, passive.
Passive would be 14.
All right. With the two of you on the rope and keeping an eye on your friends, you're able to see a dark shape, about medium sized, taking form under the water. You see a glint of gold. There's something reflective.
Does Krubal might know what that is? What creature that is?
When did you? Where did you do your smuggling out of?
It was definitely through Schult. Through Schult, and
Well,
probably. Go ahead.
There are three major ports alongside Chult. There's the Jakar Anchorage, which is where pirates were, the Snout of Amtagar, which is your home, and Port Nyanzaru. Port Nyanzaru had a pretty strict anti-smuggling law in place, almost draconian.
But it doesn't mean they caught him. He definitely okay. So it would definitely be from like his home to Port Nyanzaru, because he definitely knows better than to try to smuggle around pirates, because they'll actually kill you, not just put you in jail. So that's probably where his like
Like-
most of his trade routes were.
Do you have proficiency in history? How good's your memory?
He's a turtle. History he has proficiency. He's wise old man.
All right. So, Krupo doesn't necessarily have any experience with this as being what he is every time he got washed out. It was just a matter of a few minutes for him to get back onto the ship. But he has heard stories about the Port Nyanzaru harbor master being an aquatic creature able to help those who fell. Are there sharks?
Hmm. He's going to keep an eye on it for now. And he's going to actually see the struggle that Evan is having and pull himself. He's going to
All right.
give Evan a second to breathe while he does a hard pull for them.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage as Shago has shown up to help out.
17.
God bless.
All right. With feet planted firmly on the ground, you twist the rope up in your hands and tug, and you can feel your body move within your shell. And Peter and Araceli bump up against the hull of the boat, and it's going to smart. Definitely going to leave some bruises, but they are now up against the hull of the ship and can hopefully pull themselves up.
And he's just going to get into like a basically like a foundation type stance of like, holding the tight so they don't move away.
All right, I love it. Evan, you are currently being elbowed by a very determined Shago.
Well, that's perfect, actually. Because that means I can do a thing. If Foundry decides to hurry up and load.
Foundry is so mean to you.
It is. My computer and internet are also really shitty tonight, so. Cast Bull's Strength on Shago as he's getting elbowed fervently in the ribs.
Strong like
Ooh,
bull.
what's this?
Oh, this one.
Nice.
Gang, gang.
How do you cast it?
He is going to feel just how hard Shago has elbowed him, like in the guts, and he's just very frustrated, very ready for this to end. And he's going to say, "You're going to get them out of there, or I'm going to kick your ass." And his hand is going to, I would say, dimly glow as he just like grabs Shago's arm and pulls him.
Nice. Is that your turn?
That's his turn.
All right. Araceli, we look at you. You are now flat against the hull, and you're beginning to feel something metallic, like scales, move against your feet.
I hate that. Okay. So
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. More, not like bad hate, but like ooh, thing moving in water kind of hate. But so sort of using that, she'll push off the scales and like try use that as an opportunity to shift her hand from grabbing onto the rope and grabbing onto the boat itself, so that way they don't get washed away from it. Especially
Okay.
now that Peter has a hand on the rope. So if one hand on the rope, that's what matters. But yes,
You were more than able to do that.
awesome. And she attempts to climb up the boat. Like I can imagine she'd only get like 2 feet, but especially because she has Peter in her.
If she has Peter, she's not moving anywhere.
Okay, then she will stay where she is because she's not leaving Peter.
Okay.
Come on, you big lug, let's get up. She'll say to him, and then
On
give her the help action. Give him the help action for if he decides to climb, basically.
on initiative count 10, the just about everybody is able to see this. Namely, an Aarakocra, with a very pompous air, manages to find purchase on the deck, sort of just coming in out of nowhere, rain splattered against his body, a tabard soaked through, and he seems to be giving commands in Auran. And the two just up against the hull of the ship feel fully now a presence as rising up from the waves, spanning out his wings, is a terribly large half dragon, which Arceli and Krubal are more than familiar with, as the previous is the deposed harbor master Zindar. Zindar grabs Araceli by the back of the shirt, sort of twisting it up in his arms, and he will give a very polite, "Hi there, grandmother Araceli. I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna have to ask you to let go of Peter now."
Uh, about time he showed up, and she'll drop Peter.
All right. With you now having dropped the heavy paperweight, Zindar will brace one hand against the ship and pull Araceli over deck, and just kind of splay her out before kind of climbing back down to grab Peter. Shargo will self-planted to again help try and pull up Peter, which brings us to you are above water. You are holding on to the rope. You are up against the hull of the ship, but navigating up, grabbing the ladder is going to be more than difficult. Zindar will hopefully be with you in about 6 seconds.
Cool. If he's going to be with me in about 6 seconds, in lieu of attempting to climb, he is going to maintain his hold on the rope, and he is going to take the gauntlet of his spiked armor and just punch it into the side of the ship to
Oh no.
bind him to the side of the ship.
That is hand carved mahogany.
That
Go
is-
ahead and give me a melee attack roll. The
Oh,
DC is low.
okie dokie. You just want me to roll like a strength ability check, and then it would be
Yeah.
plus proficiency, so it'd be an additional 3.
All right.
So 14.
All right. Yeah. Peter is. The ship is solitary, and the wood is thin. It's no more than a small fishing boat, having never meant to leave a lake. Yeah, you punch it through, keeping yourself stabilized. It's really dope if anybody could see you. All
Thanks
right,
for always
and that brings us to the top of the turn order. Crew ball. It's slowly seeming that the professionals have arrived to take charge of the situation, but the aforementioned situation isn't over yet.
Does Shago have a good strong grip on the rope?
Most certainly, he
Okay.
seems more than capable.
All right. Doing that, he's going to look around real quick at the surrounding of the area. How in danger are they with the boat itself, like possibly crashing into something?
Uh, so the ship is being tossed around, but despite kind of being pushed a little bit to the side, they aren't that much in danger at all. Uh, chances are, Osh got very lucky.
Okay. If nothing's going to happen, he is going to just continue be like the anchor for the group for the what you call it the rope, and just wait till everybody's back on the boat before he walks away.
Okay, ahead and give me an athletics check. This isn't anything, it's just to sort of give a mechanical bonus to Shago's roll to pull Peter up.
20.
Nice.
All right.
He's a low key.
Nice.
He's a low key, like still strong as fuck. He just acts old.
Mhm.
Master
Right.
Uguay.
Evan.
Seeing that the situation is basically handled, he is going to run to the railing, see Araceli. It's probably not true, but I have the distinct image of Araceli just like underneath Zindar's arm.
She was flopped onto the deck, I believe.
She was just yeeted.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, then Evan's going to go and check on Araceli and basically turn her onto her side to make sure she hasn't, that if she swallowed any water, then she's going to be coughing it up, also not drown in it. And then look over to the railing of the ship expectantly.
Okay, you use your action to sort of stabilize Araceli and help her recover. She's definitely disoriented and waterlogged, but you do more than enough to make sure that the recovery time is simple.
Mhm.
And you look over the railing very concerned. You were able to see Peter's super dope spiked gauntlet in the ship. It looks really cool.
It looks sick as hell.
Also, it looks horrifying. He is a tall, obsidian black tiefling with a gauntlet punched into the hull of the ship, just waterlogged. It's a uncomfortably terrifying sight.
I have a Skeletor reaction image I'm going to post in group chat.
Oh no. Never good when it's Skeletor.
It's when it's best.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Araceli,
You know what?
you are safely on the deck of a ship. You are waterlogged and are going to need more than a night's rest at a nurse's station, but hey, you're not drowning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you are prone.
Yeah, she will sort of stay prone for the moment, definitely feeling like everything that happened at every single joint and cursing being old, but still like clutching her shawl closer to her and like just coughing out water and quietly saying prayers. The whoever's listening in this moment, but specifically.
Evan will listen to her prayers and just nod.
Mhm. Very helpful for Zorbo. Thank you.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. On initiative count 10, several things happen. Zindar drops back down to grab a purchase on Peter and haul him up. But moving just a little bit quicker than him is Shago.
Has to be the romanceable person that saves him, right?
Shago is not romanceable. With the blessings of a god and Krubal's help, before Zindar can lift Peter, Peter's being slowly dragged up the hull of the ship by Shago. A little bit like cats when they don't want to walk anymore and you're dragging them by their collar or their leash or whatever. Like he's just
Mhm.
being pulleyed up the boat. It's going to take a little bit. Peter, you are currently a waterlogged cat being dragged up the side of a boat.
So I'm not on the ship yet, right?
You are not on the ship yet.
I will do whatever I can to brace or stabilize myself to help who's ever dragging me up. So whether it's
All
wrap,
right.
wrap my arm around the rope or do whatever, just to make sure that like an errant wave or something doesn't toss me.
Right. Well, your overall understanding of the universe and memory are recollection of things is unaware. You have a pretty good control over the aesthetics of the world, and you know just how to manipulate your body so you're not a not as much of a burden as those pulling you up. And well, do you maintain helping with pulling Peter up?
Does he
You
mark?
are El Muto.
Oh wow! I must have did it when I was coughing. Yeah. I will still help where I can.
All right. Just to fast forward a little bit, on the next initiative count, 10 was more than enough aid to go around. Peter is pulled over the side of the ship and is left sprawling. Whatever was being done downstairs, the ship has stabilized. The weight has been dispersed evenly, so they aren't being tossed around as much in such rough environment.
Good.
Ugh.
Is-
Zara,
Everybody good? It was as good as you can be.
I do not like water.
Yeah, we gotta get you some swim classes.
No, we got to get Peter water wings.
Alrighty. Uh,
I'll take you to the beach sometime. Get you some good water, not this.
Araceli is like pulling herself like up onto like her knees and it's like pulled her. Oh, the tease. Oh, poor tease. And it's like trying to like organize them to see if any of them got waterlogged any, but it's not looking hopeful.
Why is it so salty?
Believe it or not, Peter, I don't have an answer for that one. That's just how the ocean is. It's salty.
A good question. Hank
That
Green,
is-
if you're there.
That is strange.
It really fucking is. I wish I had a better answer for you. He pats Peter's forehead
It's a tear
and then
for
make.
people that have drowned.
Oh my god.
Evan makes sure that Araceli is easily sat up and propped up against, like, if there's any kind of mast nearby, he's going to make sure that she's okay up against there.
Thank you. I'm fine though, dear. But yeah, like as you like go and grab her, you can feel.
She's got them muscles.
Yeah, dang, she's thick.
all right. Zindar will sort of submerge himself again and take a form of some kind of a giant aquatic animal, kind of nudging the ship along in a coordinated way. The Aarakocra with the official looking tabard will hover near Crewball if he decides to take the wheel again. The Aarakocra confirms that he is more than capable of taking control of the wheel. He did go to a seminar about navigation.
Hmm.
Very
Yep.
helpful.
That's how you lie to them, so that way they don't think you're smuggling. Anyways,
Crew ball.
Screwball.
such a crazy
Carlos.
such a crazy grandpa. Now I got to make up stories for Crewball. Fuck.
I love
Anyway,
it.
Within minutes, the ship is finally pulled up to dock. There's a brief crew there, willing that helps pull it flush, keep it stabilized, anchored, the whole 9 yards, and a small, very harried medical team is sent to pull in everybody and check them over. After about 2 hours of vigorous checkups and multiple accounts of everyone being given charcoal pills, shock blankets, the whole 9 yards, and a fresh change of clothes, they were given the all clear.
Yay!
We did it,
Yay.
guys. We solved
And a
Fish's
visit from the-
drowning puzzle.
And as they're all recovering in one of the warehouses that has been made into a impromptu sick house, another Aarakocra comes in. This time, a different one. Um, a lot of paint and dye decorating his feathers. He will say, "The queen is in the other room. She would like a debriefing from all of you. She said she's willing to wait for up to an hour if you need to get more of your bearings. Um, drink water, perhaps?"
I have had enough water. Thank you.
Peter, you know the salt water out in the ocean? It actually makes you more dizzy than the water that you drink when you're on land.
I see.
Yeah, so you need like fresh water. Otherwise you're gonna be real hurting in the next couple hours.
I will get some water then.
Oh,
I'll get it in a small cup just for you.
Thank you.
A cup of water is brought to every. Well, a pitcher and several cups are delivered, along with a smattering of bread and a more generous helping of what appear to be protein bars. I really pulled all the stops for you guys. You get two instead of one. Hell
oh
yeah.
snap!
wow. Very fancy.
The good stuff.
They like us. They really like us.
And it's like, I thought getting my own house was pretty rad. Nope. 2 protein bars. Fuck yeah.
Araceli has maintained her shawl, but has changed into clean clothes, otherwise dry clothes, and has settled back in. I forgot it could be like that.
Yeah, the ocean can be real. Nope.
When it gets really awkwardly quiet, Crewball's gonna come and go. Are we gonna do that again? Because I missed that. That was so much fun.
Crewball, you're insane.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love him. Actually helped a lot. Actually, yeah. So, yeah. Where's the elves? Where are they at?
They are not in the room.
Uh, okay. Did we happen to see like where they ended up, or are they kind of in the wind?
Uh, you guys were immediately escorted off the ship and have been in and out of the medical thing. So unless you asked, it's up in the wind.
Okay. Uh, Araceli will go and uh sort of wave over someone in a very grandmotherly fashioned way. Uh, so can I speak to your manager, sweetie? Uh,
Oh my god.
Araceli, no!
she's a grandma. She has to.
She's
Uh,
become the big bad evil. Get her. Sorry.
All right. A younger Cholton woman will walk over, wearing repurposed cleric robes, and she'll say, "Yes, grandmother Araceli."
Oh, darling, you've gotten so big. But anyway, that's not the point. Uh, where do you happen to know where the elves you were traveling with ended up?
Yes, the two older ones sustained minimal injuries, but the two young girls received concussions. They're awake and under
Damn.
watch at the moment.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry to hear that.
they
I'm
they
glad they're minor.
yeah, we agree too. It was very fortuitous.
Hmm. And of course, children always bounce back from such minor injuries. Uh, oh, speaking of, she like raises like a finger to her lips. Shh, nothing to, uh, nothing to the daughter. You know, don't want her to worry.
What?
Uh, never mind. Keep it up.
Okay. Thanks. I'm patient doctor confidentiality, so
Oh
no
yeah,
worries. You
yes.
haven't heard anything about me talking, right?
She'll like give like she'll kind of like give her a look and say, "Should I have?"
Do you think I was asking you, Grandmother Araceli? Have you heard anything about me talking?
She squints. Have you
She'll
been
squint
talking?
back.
And I looked at her, and she looked at me.
Obviously not.
Very good then.
I take my job very seriously.
Very good then. She'll
Uh,
give her. She'll go to pull out a piece of candy, and it's uh, saltwater taffy.
cool. Thanks, Grandmother Araceli.
Mm. Stop by the tea shop at some point in time when it's open back up.
Okay. Uh, yeah, sorry about, Annie. That must be rough. Uh, the nurse will make a exaggerated expression of pain and leave.
Yeah. Uh, oh, yeah. Uh, she, just bundles herself up a little bit more and kind of lets them leave.
Evan, Crowball,
Mhm.
and Peter, you are all currently reclining on a large, uh, sort of repurposed bedsheet, like giant reclining area that is probably where all of the injured people from water-related incidents go. And hovering over you, casting a menacing shadow, is the young Queen Mujinari, who has this permanent, sullen expression on her face, which is at contrast with the snakeskin miniskirt, the glaring red, dirty, dingy, burned frock coat, and the sort of black blouse she has on. Her hair has been cropped painfully short, which Evan is more than aware of is not helping her mental state right now. She is saying, Evan, I need
Yeah.
you to be here.
Look,
Because Zonthi was. I was going to meet Zonthi, and I needed second opinions. Was the snakeskin miniskirt too much, or should I have gone with something else? I have a pencil skirt that I bought that I had tailored for me, but I didn't know if that was going to be too much either. Do you know what she said when she looked at me?
what did she say?
She said, "Hi. It's
Mm.
great to see you finally." Do you know how horrible that was?
I can't imagine.
I
She probably didn't even make
Evan.
she didn't make any comments about your outfit or like how tall you've gotten. Nothing. Do you want me to clean up? I think you'd look good with a fade. You know what a fade is?
No, I don't know what fade is.
Well, once we get out of the situation, I'll not fix. I will style your hair for you.
No, you are not touching my head.
In Gauntlgrim, there was a group of dwarves who got together every Friday and got faded. Is it similar to
that?
No, but Peter, the kind of faded that those dwarves got was infinitely more fun.
What
I see.
were they doing, Evan?
Hold
Don't
on.
hesitate.
They were smoking Unk's grass.
Jab at my gods, Evan? Do you think that was a wise thing to do? We just lost Moa.
I was just, out of all the gods, I feel like Unk would be the most down with weed.
Yes, marijuana is Unk's preferred vice, but that's not here or there. We just call it marijuana. It doesn't have a special name.
What
Just
does
say
the
they get
mayor want to
drugs.
do?
Yes.
I hate you so much.
Evan just
Crewball, did you do marijuana?
And he just laughs and then just doesn't answer.
That's glorious.
Way, Evan, I'm glad to see you're back. I was
I
getting
had-
very desperate.
had quite the experience. Got kidnapped, got sedated. So much fun stuff.
Okay, Evan, I wasn't asking. I don't care at all. All I know is that I was inconvenienced. So, talk to Peter about it. Talk to Crewball. I'm sure Crewball has many enlightening experiences with being kidnapped. But I'm.
Do you cribble?
There was this one time when I was he looks at the queen real quick and goes, transporting goods from my town to the port, and there were these pirates, and they were kind of crazy pirates. Like one of them had like a beard that was red,
and another one had like a hook for an arm, and they had some good weed. I ain't gonna lie, but we had to smoke it before we got into port because they were gonna get in trouble. And man, I miss him. Wait, what were we talking about?
It was intended to be a story about when you were kidnapped.
Yeah, I got kidnapped.
Were you at sea when you were kidnapped?
Yeah, and then we weren't.
I see. I was informed by a drow gentleman in Gondelgrim that getting
Oh,
kidnapped
no.
at sea is called getting Shaolunged.
Nope,
Yeah,
never
he
heard of
would
it.
say that, wouldn't he?
That was an immensely meta joke, and I apologize to everyone involved.
I
It's-
don't.
I got it.
I love it.
Don't worry.
I feel bad.
Rip.
I'll ask.
Oh, Peter. Evan's actually gonna be like, Peter, you met Jar Axel?
The fellow in the feathered hat, yes. Briefly.
Hmm.
Seems
Small world.
nice.
Who
That's a
is
word.
Jar Axel?
Shit.
Is he powerful? Nitty has mentioned him before.
He
He's a
looks quite
pirate.
frail.
Sorry.
Pirate. He's frail looking. Okay. Interesting figure.
Krupal's gonna take the book out of his bag. It's all about him. This book is about him. The names are different, but I promise you, it's about him and that bad the cobalt. Yeah.
The queen will kind of furtively look side to side and then kneel down very gracefully and politely. I got signed copies.
No, you didn't.
I did.
What do you need me to smuggle to get it? I want it.
Actually, there are some things that I would like you to smuggle.
Okay,
Oh,
we
now
need
we're
to talk.
calling it smuggling.
Oh, he didn't give a fuck because he wants the signed copy. Is there a chance we can talk someplace quiet where there's no authorities?
I'm the ultimate authority of Port Nyanzaru.
Oh shit, that's right. Are you okay with this?
No. Smuggling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want me to do?
Oh, wonderful. I'll have a list drawn up for you. Please, thievery, smuggling. Girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. Am I right? And she'll like kind of nudge his arm.
Yeah, I just bought that book.
Well, I can get you the series.
I have the series, but are they all signed?
Yeah, obviously. I
Perfect.
I hosted the author for a little bit here.
Oh, perfect. All right. Yeah, just give me the list. It'll get done.
Is
Brilliant.
this like within hearing distance of wherever Araceli is?
Is it?
I assumed she was like in the area, or at least there. Maybe I wasn't sure.
It's your call.
From like the whatever bed that she's in, like next to wherever one is, you just hear an. God, if I could hear anything more about this book.
Has he been talking? Evan leans over. Has he been talking about that book a lot?
Endlessly.
I love it.
It's very good.
Now, on a more serious matter, Evan, and she'll kind of move over to Evan's side and take a seat near him. And she'll very delicately place her hands over one of Evan's hands, and she'll say, "Evan,
Mm-hmm.
so my friends are 300 miles away and about a mile underground, uh, possibly dead.
Cool.
Are you in a position to bring them back? You know, with your religious powers?"
Like right now.
No, not right now. Just like when we recover their bodies, because they're probably dead.
Bitch.
Yeah. Whenever you manage to recover their bodies, sure, I'll do it.
Okay, bring them back.
But
But what?
I want tomorrow off.
That's the stipulation is I want a paid day off.
Just one. I'll get back to work the day after tomorrow, but I want tomorrow off.
She will boo finger to his nose and stand up. That's good, because I was already going to give you tomorrow off. I'll see you in the day after. Peter,
Yes, he is underneath one of the shock blankets.
Buddy.
Oh, God.
I love this man.
you have the next 2 days off. Thank you, all of you. And she'll say this, addressing to the crowd. I'll make sure your rations and other things are sent over. And thank you so much for recovering Evan. I can't tell you how important he is to someone, I'm sure.
If you want your friends back, I'm pretty important to you.
Yes. Evan is priceless. Well, he isn't priceless. He's about 8, 16, 32, 48 hours and 4,000 worth of diamonds. That is Evan's current worth.
Quite an impressive worth.
Yeah. Do you think I look good in the mini skirt? Do you think it's too
No,
much?
darling, not at all.
Okay,
It's
if
too
you
much.
I
Too much.
see. I think if it was anything but like a snake skin pattern, it might work. Remember that time you wore just like the kind of like linen beach skirt style thing?
Like
Yeah, but I
that. That was
hated
very
that.
good.
You were
That
so,
one looked good on you though.
you were so concerned with your temperature, Your Majesty, that removing much of the fabric should cool you down.
Here, I'm talking about my physical appearance and controlling how people perceive it.
Hot is a term for that.
This makes much more sense.
Okay, this is a hypothetical. Say you were from Neverwinter. You saw me in this. What would you think?
I do not know the culture of Neverwinter.
Okay.
I imagine they would try to. She thinks for a long time. Her wording. Colin.
Are we talking Neverwinter royalty or like Neverwinter common people or nobility?
Commoner in the court. There we go.
Probably very surprised. Most times they don't really wear anything above the ankle.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So no mini skirt. Just a like.
Save it for third state.
Okay, date kind of has a flexible meaning with me, but yeah, okay.
I
I'm
enjoy
gonna-
eating dates.
Dates are delicious.
Another small whisper.
Sorry. Just the way how fast you got that, like, just at the top.
Off the fucking top.
Fucking Jesper ass pun slinger.
I still need to watch that. I have access to Netflix now.
God, that was bad.
Anyways, thank you all again for recovering Evan. I'll leave you all to be here. If you need anything, please do not ask me. But if you need to, feel free.
You wouldn't happen to
I
have any
have to
more of those
go.
diamonds left, would you?
No. And if I did, there's nothing you could pay me to take them.
I know.
Excuse me. Goodness gracious.
Earth balls of fire. Sorry.
I may consider helping Araceli if, when the time comes, you help out with the expedition.
My bones are old. Annie's were older.
I will again leave you all to it. Crewball, I expect to see you at my home in the Merchant's Ward by the end of today to discuss what I need smuggled.
You got it.
All right, and then you can take a look at the books and so on and so forth. Evan, you will be reporting to work in the half. Peter, you have the next 2 days off, but I don't need you for anything. And Araceli, Krubal, you two are fine. I'll be in contact with you later when I need another job done. Yes. Yeah. Araceli,
Yes, ma'am.
would you gift a young girl
What was
who's
that?
a teenager? Well, what would you gift a young girl that is a teenager? I'm currently hosting one such creature.
She thinks for a moment. Do you know her interests?
No.
Find those out first.
Okay. She'll dust herself off and leave the room. And the mission is complete.
From underneath his shock blanket, Peter says, "She arrived quite suddenly. I have not been wearing pants."
Well, Peter, thank you for protecting yours and the princess's modesty.
It has been my pleasure.
Not
Not while you're not wearing pants, Peter.
not while you're not wearing pants.
I am confused.
I'll explain it when we're not in public. So,
I
what are you gonna?
left over from my daughter, who was around your age mentally. I can lend them to you, Evan, if you need them.
What are you saying about Peter?
I should. Never mind. The joke failed.
Yeah. Evan just like kind of squints at her and then says, "Well, either way." Peter, put pants back on. We're gonna have to walk through the town.
I will do that. And he will stand up and wrap the shock blanket around himself like in some sort of weird maneuver into a shock blanket like skirt and walk off to go get dressed.
A towel, almost.
Shock blanket toga.
Long shock blanket.
So what are you guys gonna? Well, Araceli, what do you do, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, I did own a tea shop, but it needed some help around it, and with everything that's been going on, I closed it for the time being. But it should be up and running once I have some help again. Mm, After that, but currently I've been helping the queen when I can.
Oh, word. That's pretty cool.
Yes,
She did seem pretty familiar with you. I'm surprised I haven't seen you around before. Actually, I probably have, but I didn't recognize
probably
you.
have, dear. The locals know me, but new people coming in are, they'll have yet to learn.
Also, to be fair to you, I've been working killer hours and haven't really had the time to pay attention to stuff like that.
Yes, for the most part.
What about you, Crewball? What did you do before? Well, you were a peruser of fine goods and a smuggler, Nary.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of things.
Well, if you ever have the time, I'd be happy to sit there and listen.
I have no problems with
Seems
it,
like you have
but
some very interesting stories.
oh, I do. There's a few of them that are pretty fun.
I'm sorry, I just had the thought Crewball was the original part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right. Well, if that's all, I'm gonna go sleep for 16 hours after I find out wherever Peter went.
Sounds like a good idea, darling. Feel free to stop by. I was about to say the tea shop, but if feel free to say hi if we run into each other again.
Oh, absolutely. Now that I know your face, it'll be hard to get rid of me.
Perfect. I love it. She smiles.
He smiles back, and then he smiles at Crewball, and he does like little finger guns as he backs out of the room.
Anthony's finger guns.
All right.
Thus, the session comes to a close. If nobody else has anything,
Nope.
We closed it out while you were gone.
Pretty much. Yeah. Araceli will quick sort of take off her shawl finally and give a big stretch of her massive fucking guns and say, "Surprised none of them mentioned the gladiator career. That's usually what people talk about." And then that will be all.
Bless.
I didn't get to reveal
Alright.
it.
the session comes to a close with the party united in some capacity and Evan's return in full reassurance. Peter is terrifying. Evan's into it. Araceli is a gladiator. X. And Kurbal is about to be brought back into the world he left behind for one last time.
And he's fucking excited about it.
Yo, that right there is a fucking
Oh,
one shot.
man.
That is a one shot.
That fucking is. It really is.
Crewball's last stand.
We
just
have
a red movie.
like
This was just a red movie.
July and August to be doing one shots. So like, anyways, everyone, this July 3rd in 8 days, because it is an 11:30. It isn't midnight yet. we will be having the final session of TOA July 3rd, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what that is in California time.
12.
We will be hosting a 7-hour session. The party will be going through 3 back-to-back encounters, having to leverage their resources, acting skills, and probably complimenting their friends quite a bit. Come pre-prepared with a list of that. Along with that, if anybody who is listening makes a bingo card for the final session and shows it to me, I will give them a Horned Man sticker. This applies to internationals. I have 2 left. It's a nice vinyl sticker that you can put anywhere. That is the sock puppet version of a Sirak.
Designed by
Um,
me. Well, designed by Jason.
Designed.
Drawn by me.
Designed by Jason in physical prop form and then drawn by Sam in
Mhm.
art form.
Whoever gets the final blow gets the Serac puppet.
All right, and thank you all for watching, and I'm excited to see you all soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.